Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. We now welcome new guest and sports writer Martin Green to the show. Martin, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now let's take a look at a new striker for Man United, and that's Anthony Martial. Referred from Monaco for an eye-watering £36 million, possibly rising to £58 million if certain performance-related clauses are met. Now he's already tipped to be Man United's top goal scorer at the end of the season, priced low, 1.67 there at Bet-Victor. He's made 5 league appearances and scored 3 goals, putting him on par with Juan Mata, who has scored 3 goals in 8 appearances. Is Martial your tip, or is it still early days?
Well, it is still early days, but I think for now it looks like a very shrewd bet, mainly because of the way that Man United have lined up during the early stages of this season. So you have Martial playing up front on his own, with Wayne Rooney playing in a deeper lying role, and then Juan Mata on the right and Memphis Depay on the left. So that leaves Martial as the main striker and probably the main source of goals for Manchester United, and he's had a very, very strong start to his Man United career. Everyone was a bit surprised when they signed such an unproven teenager for such a staggering amount of money.
Yeah.
I remember one newspaper ran the headline, "What a waste of money," when they signed him. But he started to prove everybody wrong, and yeah, he scored 4 goals, and he's looking very good value for it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. For, say, the odds savvy there, is now the time to bet, or could we see, say, those odds improving as maybe he might go through a few games where he doesn't score, and then maybe we'll see a little increase in odds? Is it now the time, or maybe it's good to wait a little bit?
I think that's a good point. I think it's probably wise to wait for a little bit, because he is a young player, and it is rare for such a young player who's so inexperienced to play a number of games in a row. So he may well be rested, and that will give players like Wayne Rooney a chance to notch a few more goals themselves.
Yeah.
And then you might see his odds start to go out, and it might be worth picking up a bit later on in the season. Yes.
Right. And if it's not going to be him, then who should we consider there to be Man United's top goal scorer?
Well, I think you've got 4 main options really. They sold Robin van Persie in the summer, so there's not actually that many proven goal scorers at Manchester United. And you've got Juan Mata, who's on 3 goals, who's playing on the right wing, but he's more of a creator, and he's never finished top scorer for any of the sides that he's played for before. So I think you can rule him out. Then there's Memphis Depay on the left, who has a chance, but he, again, is more of a winger, and he'll be expected to feed in crosses for Martial. The main rival for Martial on this occasion is going to be Wayne Rooney. It's going to be a fascinating battle between the two of them as to who finishes higher in the goal-scoring charts this season. Historically, the odds would definitely be in Rooney's favour. I mean, he's now England's top scorer of all time. He's regularly finished as the leading scorer for Manchester United, but he's had a bit of a goal drought this season. He's only scored 1 goal in, I think, 7 or 8 league games. So while he's kind of looked a bit slow and plodding, Martial has looked sharp, quick, dangerous, and he's got a good eye for goal. So I think he has a really good chance, but it will definitely, for me, be between Wayne Rooney and Martial. They may sign another striker in January because they are a bit light up front, but that player that comes in won't have enough time to get the goals that's needed. It might result in Martial dropping to the bench, but he's still going to get a lot of games, I believe, because everybody's very excited by this young talent. So he's got a strong chance.
All right, fantastic. Martin Green, thank you for joining us.